I just got my wisdom teeth taken out. And hello, and welcome to the show. My name is Andrew. I'm a performer based in Massachusetts. I'm sorry, my face is still hurting because I just got my wisdom teeth taken out, and they had to like unhinge my jaw because I got a tiny mouth, and they had to like take everything out. It's pissing me off now. That's great. So today's gonna be like a combination video of a Q&A and naming some of my favorite things in like a top 5 ranking. So we're gonna go through all of the nerdy things: TV shows, musicals, wrestlers, Yu-Gi-Oh decks, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, let's just get into it. So starting out with a question from my Instagram poll. Sam asks, tacos. I like tacos. I like crunchy shell tacos. I know they're not technically tacos, but I really like tacos. I like beef tacos. I really like beef tacos. I don't like chicken tacos. I like steak tacos with with minimal vegetables and a lot of hot sauce on them. And I can't eat those right now because my fucking wisdom teeth. I'm gonna be complaining about wisdom teeth this entire video just for FYI. So if you don't want to hear it, don't watch it. I guess we're on the topic of food. Let's just name my top 5 favorite foods. I like pizza, potato chips, French fries, bread, and mac and cheese. Can you tell I like carbs? I really like carbs. Carbs are my favorite macromolecule. We're learning about those in school or whatever the fuck. I really like mac and cheese when it's made correctly. There's a lot of bad mac and cheeses out there, but pastas in general I can eat every single day of my life. That and pizzas. I love pizza. Pizza is just really good. Thank you. Moving on to another question from Rowan, because we're still on the topic of fruits. Least favorite fruit. I don't like berries that often. I think berries are disgusting. I just don't like them as much as people think. I'm also not fond of melons. I'm also partially gay.
You gay bow!
So that's probably why. I'm not fond of melons. Yeah. While we're still on the topic of food, my top 5 favorite candies are number 5. This is actually a really hard question. Number 5 would have to be like gummy colas. I love gummy colas. Number 4 would be Jolly Ranchers. Number 3 would be Jolly Rancher gummies. Jolly Rancher gummies. Number 2 would be what the fuck are they called? The freeze-dried Jolly Ranchers. I love those. And number 1 would be gummy bears. I love gummy bears. Just the squishiness of them is enough to be satiated with them. I love gummy bears any day of the week, so. Ow, my mouth. Another question that I saw a lot, actually, is, my favorite show I've ever done. I have 2 favorite shows that I've done. One is for pure, like, the show was great. One is because I felt very accomplished after it. The first one is Hadestown. I loved doing Hadestown. That was my first... Yes, that was my first team production I've ever done. I met a ton of amazing people. Like, some of my best friends I've made from that show were from that show. What?
Illiterate!
But this is going to come to a shock for some people who have done shows with me. I liked doing Once Upon a One More Time, which is my most recent show, because I felt so accomplished after it. I felt very accomplished after it because it was such a short rehearsal process.
Illiterate!
And we had so much work to do. And at the end of it, it just came out beautifully. And what's weirdly nice about that show is that that was the first show I ever felt really a part of the cast. And I felt like really involved in it. I was doing the work. it just felt a lot more exciting to me for whatever reason. So those would have to be the two that I like the most. But if you ever see Once Upon a One More Time, it's actually kind of crappy. The script is meh. The music is by Britney Spears. Like, the music's great, but the script is kind of bad. So just be wary. Another question about theater. Rowan asks, how did I get into theater? So I got into theater in 6th grade at my middle school. My first show was Matilda. I loved being in theater, and then it just sort of snowballed into me doing all these other things, like joining concert choir, joining dance classes, joining acting classes, very short ones. And then it just blossomed into a thing of like, wow, this is something that I really love doing, and I'm actually kind of good at it, which is very rare for me to find something I'm actually good at doing. But, yeah, so that's probably the way I got into theater. And right now, it's just my favorite thing to do right now. I'm not in a show currently because I have a lot of like at home stress, so I'm taking a little break for myself. Always do that. If you ever feel like you are overwhelmed or that you have too much stress at home, take a break from theater or anything that you're doing. Take a break, focus on yourself and your mental health. That's the best advice I can give someone. So I have to take a break to ice my face like every 20 minutes, so I'm gonna pause on filming for a second just so I can do that. I had to ice my face. But top 5 favorite musicals right now are Six, Hadestown, Moulin Rouge, Anastasia, and Head Over Heels. Those are just the 5 that are always in my top rotations. But as far as like musicals go, you can ask a theater kid this, and they would take like 10 hours to figure it out. And if you have opinions and you don't like mine, well, that's your problem. In the wise words of Ramona Singer, if you have a problem with me, that's your problem. My face is still swelling. My God! And we're back from commercial break. As if I had commercial breaks. I'm not popular enough to get sponsors. Moving on to another question. We have, something from Miles, I believe, yeah. Favorite WWE and / AEW wrestler. For WWE, I don't really have one right now. I have not been watching a ton of WWE. For AEW, it's between Timeless Tony Storm and Harley Cameron, though. And if I had to choose a man, I guess Will Ospreay. So that's where I'm at right now in wrestling world. As far as like top 10 or top 5 wrestlers right now, I'm gonna have to go with actually Hangman Adam Page, Will Ospreay, Chris Statlander, Harley Cameron, and Tony Storm. That's just in the AEW side. So Brooke asks, who my favorite teacher is right now. As far as that goes, Miss M, my English teacher, I'm gonna keep the names private as possible, is my favorite right now. My least favorite is my biology teacher, Mr. F. And he can fuck off, thank you very much. He's just so annoying. That's a totally different story. But as far as, like, anything else goes, I'm trying to figure out what else I can put in here. Actually, how much footage do I have? So, some more top 5s that I have. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! So, my top 5 Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes that I currently have right now are Trick Stars, Luna Lights, Roses, I'm gonna say Cyber Angels, and Magicians. I think those are the top 5 that I have. That probably just sounded like absolute nonsense to anyone who doesn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! But that's just what I like. That's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. That's a really old song at this point. So I had to ice my face again, and I'm still swelling. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and goodbye. I'm gonna go die. Oh! Damn it, I just landed right on my fucking face. It was a really bad idea.